I'm a horror game aficionado. Very, very few horror games scare me. I'm assuming that... What? Oh my fucking god, man. I hate horror games. Now, loads of you have probably heard of Iron Lung. It was a alright game. I did an alright video on it. And now Markiplier is probably going to do an alright movie about it.
Hello, everybody.
Now, the creator of Iron Lung is David Szymanski. I've covered other games he's done before, like Chop Goblins, where you go around and shoot a bunch of little goblins for some reason. He's actually made a fair few horror games, but one that caught my eye recently is The Pony Factory. Now, this was originally developed as part of the Dread X collection, which was like a collection of horror games from different devs, but it was re-released as its own standalone game this year. And it also has a bunch of updates to make it worthwhile being its own game, as the original was basically made in a week. Now, the first time I launched the game, I chose a difficulty. Obviously, your boy only picks the hardest difficulty possible. Veteran, casual, lights out, iron horse. Should we do veteran? Let's do veteran. And then I read the lore. But when I did so, my PC started steaming and whistling like an old freight engine. Chat, the game crashed. I pressed Alt F4 to start it's crashed. It's actually crashed. I think my entire PC just froze. Yeah, my entire PC just bricked. Chat, my entire PC just bricked. And I had to do pretty much the only exercise that day and climb down and hit it until it worked. I'm pressing Control Alt Delete and nothing's happening. Yeah, I gotta turn it off and on. Hang on. I booted up the game again and then said a small prayer that the screws wouldn't come flying at my PC. And with everything seemingly fine this time, we walked around until I found a memo from supposedly my boss. Now, the thing is with this game, it actually takes a while before anything, comes out to attack you. So I was constantly feeling like I was going to get jumped. I'm just waiting for the jump scare, man. Oh, it's happening. It's definitely happening in this corridor. So thankfully, I was relieved to find a gun, but then also realizing it's a horror game, and when you get a gun, you're probably going to use it. I also picked up another note from what sounded like my boss waffling on about slaughtering animals from afar for magical ponies. But before I could even process that note, a scream rang out in the hall that I was completely alone in. Oh. Uh-oh. Now, again, I have a gun. You hear a scary noise. You probably know what's going to happen next. Now, my only task at the minute was to find an unlocked door. And this is where I encountered the first enemy. But thankfully, it was actually pretty easy to dispatch. So this was probably one of the magical ponies that the memo was on about. Now, the enemies actually aren't too hard to deal with for the most part, but the harsh shadows of the game actually play tricks on your eyes. So there could be enemies camping in the darkness waiting for you, and you don't really know if they're going to be there until they already start attacking you. Now, I screw up once again in another fight, and that took nearly half my health because, playing on the hardest difficulty. Badass seal of approval, Angry Joe. Then I picked up yet another message from my boss, this time talking about avoiding the precarious death pit. Precarious death pit, and remember that it's here for your safety. Which, of course, I totally didn't jump in hoping to get an achievement. I'm absolving my sins! Is that it?
Hello, it is me, the monster. I hope this gave you quite the scare. Oh, it seems I forgot to do the scary part. The scream, well, here it goes. Gosh, that was chilling, wasn't it? I scared myself, really.
All right, scary game monster. That one was actually pretty scary. Oh, was that flashlight? Now, the way the flashlight works in this game is like Doom, but worse. Not Doom 2016, not Doom Eternal. I'm talking about Doom 3, the one that everyone seems to hate for some reason. The one that has single-handedly the worst shotgun I've ever seen in a video game. In the OG Doom 3, you had a flashlight, which is pretty good, because now you can see in the dark. The problem is, you could only use the flashlight when using a pistol. If you swap to anything two-handed, like a shotgun or a machine gun, minigun, you'd then have to put the flashlight away. In Pony Factory, it's even worse, because you can't even hold the handgun while using the flashlight. So you'll have to walk around with the flashlight and then quickly switch to your pistol when you're about to get jumped. Yeah, there's no way. I'm too cracked. This is hard difficulty, by the way. So I was hard pushing A site when another pony jumped me. I'm strafing, I'm pushing A ramp, I'm pushing A ramp, I'm pushing A ramp. What are you? This one's different though, because it stands on its hind legs and throws, I honestly have no idea what this is. Skyrim ice spell.
I cast testicular torsion!
My fellow
creators. I picked up another message, but this one had a personal touch. The man in the intro and apparently the CEO of Hell itself, apparently we're the same person. We're playing as Winston. I'd like to meet this Winston character. He seems very nice. I'm assuming we're playing as him. Wait. I opened a portal to Hell, and Hell is Lebad? That's crazy. Finally, I managed to get some health, which restores a pathetic amount. I'm grinding right now. I activated my double XP token. Ooh, health. Health full, because the game is just so easy. And then also found another memo. I know this job can be repetitive, and when you get bored, you make mistakes. So remember the 4+1 trick. 4 hooves and a skull to the pony maker, 4 more to the glue maker, 1 to the incinerator. It's as easy as drinking to forget.
This balding fanboy in denial is bragging about how good he is at a My Little Pony horror game. And the most embarrassing thing is that I'm enjoying watching it.
Average Pyro fan. How do I bully the guy that I watch? I'm not sure. There's another memo that I found here, and I will be honest, I know it's kind of the point. It's like an ironic game, but there are so many notes in this game. It's basically the only way the lore is delivered to the player. My fellow creator, I'm not reading that. I just read like so many words. I've read like 3 twit longest today, man. I'm good. All right, fine, I'll read it. This ingenious hoof-powered weapon of war, adopted from sketches by the great inventor Frederick Flint. That's just Reddit. I'm not reading that. Fred Flintstone, Big Chungus, laugh now. And then after that, I went absolutely Chad mode with the biggest combat event so far. I'm pretty low on ammo now, though. I'll take what I can get. Now, despite me playing on the hardest difficulty, dying basically next to 0 times, it is easy. I haven't died yet. Yeah, nice try, nice try, nice try, nice try, nice try. What was that? Chat was still telling me that I basically had stormtrooper aim. Terrible aim? What do you mean? They're in the dark. I can't see them. I have to fire to know where they are. It's not terrible aim, bro. Now, at this point, my chat was getting really sick of me reading all these memos, despite the fact that it's basically the only bit of content you get apart from shooting ponies. And all that sin needs to go somewhere. Guys, do you not want me to read the notes? Because every time I'm reading the notes, you're all doing bed emojis. Do you just want mindless violence? Eventually, I stumbled on an upgrade for my pistol, and of course, another memo. Later on, I found this really weird room because the entire game has been in grayscale, but this room is colored. It actually kind of reveals how the Pony Factory's visual aesthetic isn't some kind of filter, but instead everything is textured in monochromatic shades, which, if you think about it, is way too much effort to put into a game about shooting ponies. Now, eventually, I entered the Pony Maker, where, you know, all the ponies came from. It's kind of in the name. Now, I was terrified walking through this because I thought at any point the spikes were going to activate and I was just going to die. Thankfully, that doesn't happen. But you can finally pick up what you came for, and then you're instructed to escape the factory. What did we come here for? What is this? I have no idea, bro. It's a game I paid like £2 for on Steam. So from here on in, you basically need to backtrack the way you came. There's no new environments here. You really are just retreading your steps. But now, there's lots and lots of angry ponies. I even managed to do a Skyrim stealth sequence at one point, sneaking up on one of the ponies, which I'm pretty sure you're not meant to do that. Okay, I'm gonna press mouse 2. I'm gonna open up the gun, and I'm gonna press mouse 1 until he's dead. Yeah, there you go. Now, this is where playing on the hardest difficulty really caught up to me because I was so low on ammo and meds. And the problem is with ammo and meds, they are grayscale, the exact same as the environment, especially the ammo because it's like these little circular cylinders and it just looks like any kind of like prop or like duct tape that you find on a shelf. Now, at this point, I reached the door that I came in from in the intro and I thought, okay, this is it. We're done. It was an all right game. I enjoyed it. Killed a lot of, you know, undead ponies. There was a lot of text to read, probably more than a twit longer, but we're done. Let's go! It is done. Done. We beat the game. What? No, I beat the game. That's where I came from. But then I realized there was another room, a room I hadn't been in before. And the shape of this room was a bit like it's going to be a final boss arena. And lo and behold, the final boss crashed through the wall and absolutely melted me. Surely the game just ends, right? Please.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
What? 2-tap Andy. The thing is, this boss killed me a lot more times than I want to admit. With the ponies on all fours, you can just back up and fire at them. The ponies with projectiles, you can just hide behind a wall and then fire on them. They're pretty easy to deal with. But this guy will charge you. He runs faster than you and can also fire a lot of projectiles very quickly. So I beat him in the most fair way possible by cheesing him until he got stuck in a wall and couldn't fight back. Oh, I got him! Based. I'm so cracked. Eventually, I escaped with the funny little MacGuffin thing and were actually treated to an outside shot of the Pony Factory. Yep, it looks like the happiest day in Birmingham.
I hate the fucking place!
And then after that, I finally beat the game. Am I going to play through the entire thing again on Iron Man mode, where if I die once, I got to restart from the beginning? Hell no. But if this was a main channel video, I'd give it, I don't know, 7 ponies out of 10. sins!
Then